There we go. That's a good angle.
Good morning, YouTube. So you're about to see another Tree of Truth test with this Warcraft Tanto. So how I got started on this test was with this cold steel Gurkha Kukri 4034 steel. There were some people saying on Cold Steel Nation that this steel was going to absolutely fail, and maybe it could fail in some other test, but this is chopping some hardwood that's been dead. This morning it happens to be wet, so I'm not sure if that's going to change the test in any way, but hey, it's a good morning for filming. So this Gurkha Kukri so far has held a paper cutting edge longer than Carbon V, longer than 1055, so that's not all that surprising, 1055, but it did surprise me that this went on for over a minute and 20, over a minute and probably, I don't know, over a minute and 20 seconds of just pure chopping, and the edge was still fine, still cutting paper and all that sort of stuff. So today we're going to have this Warcraft Tanto 3V. I'm going to do the same test. So there is a couple issues with this test, is that as I'm swinging and I'm hitting that hardwood, the kukris weigh anywhere between a pound to 22 ounces, and that's all going on that very fine edge, okay? This knife probably weighs, I don't know, between 10 and 14 ounces. I'll post how much it weighs. But it doesn't weigh as much. And so it's made out of a better steel. All I want to see is, will this thing chop and hold a paper cutting edge for a bit longer than this? And so I'm going to chop with it. I want to go for a full minute, and then after the full minute I'm going to do 30-second blasts. So before I get into chopping, make sure I have my safety glasses on. I want to prove to you that it is paper cutting sharp. So let me set this down and I'll get into the cutting position. Absolutely paper cutting sharp. And not only is it paper cutting sharp, but it's truly shaving hair at this particular moment. So here I am. I'm going to set my timer to 1 minute and get started. All right, there's a minute. Whew. Okay, before I get the paper out, I just want to say that this grip, it's a great grip. Cold Steel probably didn't really design this knife for just straight up chopping. In my opinion, it didn't do so bad, but compared to that great Kraton grip of the Gurkha Kukri, the Gurkha Kukri is far more comfortable on the hand. So not really any hot spots, it's just more of shock and fatigue because it's harder G10 as opposed to the Kraton. Even the Cold Steel Kukri machete, made out of the more rubbery PCP pipe, so not PCP pipe, but whatever it is, was more comfortable than this. So let's wipe it off real quick. interesting. Okay. The edge is still very good. I can tell by just going through the paper, there has been a little bit of deformation, not like visibly, not any chips or rolls or anything like that, but I can tell it's not sliding through as well. So let's do a 30-second blast. All right, that's a 30-second blast. I'm going to get a fresh sheet of paper. Okay. We are starting to get a few catch-ups. That was good. That was good. Right there. And that probably is like the sweet spot of this knife, if you will. Okay. I'm going to say that is still reliably cutting paper. So let's continue with another 30-second blast. All right, that's another 30-second blast. You might be wondering, why do I format the test like this? Chopping for a full minute isn't necessarily an easy thing. And so I go for a full minute and then I switch to the 30-second blast. And it's just more of a stamina thing than anything. All right, so again, half a piece of paper. Okay, that was pretty ugly. That was good. It seems near the tip, probably where it's swinging much faster than down below, it seems that it's taking more damage. So it appears, let's see, I might just need another piece of paper. That's just fine right there. That was the back portion of the blade. That was pretty good too, and that was the front portion. Let's get another piece of paper. Seems to have a little catch, but once it gets past, oh, there's another catch. Okay, in my opinion, that is still reliably cutting paper. There's a few catch points, but I still want to continue. So I'm going to go for another 30-second round. All right, that's another 30-second round. Whew. Uh-oh. The catch point seems to be increasing, but once you get past that little catch, if you just go on through, it's going to continue. There's the catch. That's pretty good. I just want to see how it's doing with hair. It's still taking a little bit of hair, but in this portion right here, it's not really removing hair anymore. All right, and obviously light vegetation still running strong. All right, let's go for another 30 seconds. All right. Might need a fresh piece of paper. Let's just see. That was a really ugly cut. That wasn't so bad. I'm going to get a fresh piece of paper. All right. That was good right there. Okay, so it's still sharp, so I'm going to keep on going. Another 30-second blast. Right, let's see where we're at. At that catch point, it's really starting to develop. Fresh sheet of paper. Okay, it's really sharp down here. There's still good a bit of sharpness up here, but right in here. Again, with this test, This blade is still ready to go. It's not cutting paper as good as it was from the start. I think I want to go another 30 seconds with it, but really I think I'm being very charitable to this knife. Again, this blade does not weigh as much as the kukris, and so when I'm applying a lot of force, oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's really interesting. The handles have loosened up. I want to see if I can catch that on camera. I'm not sure if you could see that or not. Yeah, right there. So that's very interesting. The handles have loosened up. In my opinion, that's probably not the greatest thing in the world. It still feels comfortable. It's not taking shock like the Recon Tanto. Let me get the Recon Tanto out real quick. All right, so this is the Recon Tanto, and this is made the traditional cold steel way with a craton grip and a single brass tube. And I have not done the same test with this, but all the kukris that are made the same way, that have a lot more mass, have really held up. This Warcraft Tanto, as you can see, the handle has loosened. And so, in my opinion, that's really concerning. I mean, I don't even know if I have the size tool for this, but think about if you're a soldier. Think about if you're a soldier. You know, I don't know if a soldier would ever do something like this. Heck, they might try to chop through a car or something. You know, I mean, if they had to get out of a car that was locked, I don't know, but the handle is loosening. So think about a Marine. Is a Marine going to have the tool to tighten this handle? I don't know about that. I'm going to continue with the test, but I just wanted to let you know that the handle, the G10 scales that are bolted on, are now loose. So that does go to show you how hard I am swinging this thing. Although this thing doesn't weigh as much as the kukri, I'm really giving this thing a go. So let's do another 30 seconds and we'll test the paper again. Let's get a fresh sheet of paper. The handle's just getting looser and looser. I'll show that on a camera here in a second. That cut, I took a big scoop out. That is signs that the edge is starting to degrade. Okay, try another cut. I got a really good spot right there. That's gonna, oh, okay. I'm gonna call it right there, but with another 30 seconds, this handle did loosen up more. Let's see if I can get the right angle. Can't even find my own camera. There we go. That's a good angle. So the steel on this is great. 3V really held up. Again, it's really hard to compare apples with apples because that Gurkha kukri over there, this Gurkha kukri right here, weighs darn near 22, 23 ounces. And so when you hit, there's just so much force that's happening to the steel. This is a great blade right here. The Warcraft Tanto, I still really like it. But the handle loosening up, just with, I don't know, maybe 4 to 6 minutes of chopping, that really concerns me. Let me go ahead and do the last part of the test where I get my work sharpener, and it'll be interesting to see if I can restore this in a matter of seconds, just like 1055, just like 4034, and just like Carbon V. They all tuned up really nicely in the field. Okay, let's give it a little strap. All right. First thing I want to do is see if it takes hair. Oh yeah. I'll show you that real quick. So that is very nice right there. I'm sure, yeah, you can see that hair. It's taking hair, so if it's taking hair, it should be slicing paper again. Okay, so right in that place where it was catching, it's not catching anymore, so that's great. That is really cool to know that just because it's a super tough, super hard steel, it still tunes up with ceramic and leather very well. My only concern for this knife is just the handle construction, which I like the handle, but it scares me that there could have been a soldier out there that might have carried something like this, and you know, you could say, well, it's your responsibility to tighten it up and Loctite it. Well, not if you're a soldier, you know, I mean, and so that's why we do these tests. This test doesn't really compare with the kukri because of the different size difference, but we did learn that 3V is an amazing steel, and we also did learn that this construction for a handle isn't necessarily superior to the old school rubberized single tube construction. So thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.